Hey, what's up, everybody? Adam McChesney here. Thank you for coming to another episode on my YouTube channel. I appreciate the support. In today's video, I'm going to talk to you guys about the number one mistake that I'm seeing right now that entrepreneurs are making here in 2023. And the mistake is that they are comparing what's going on right now in their business, in their industry, in the economy to what has happened last year and really over the last 3 years. Since COVID, a lot of people got into business that really shouldn't be in business. There was a ton of money that was out there. People were starting businesses for the first time. They were buying businesses, taking them over, all of those different things. And then on the consumer side is people were spending a bunch of money, right? So they were, especially with contracting businesses and home services, which is an industry or industries that I'm heavily involved in, people were buying and doing all of these different things and remodeling their homes and adding and not necessarily subtracting, right? So it inflated a lot of businesses' numbers and gave them a false sense of reality. And so I work with a business coach, Sam. He talks to me about the scoreboard has absolutely changed. And for me, it absolutely has. And with a lot of the businesses we worked with, it has too. A couple years ago, we had 400% year-over-year growth. Then we went to 150% year-over-year growth last year, and right now we're at 50% growth on our book of business, right? And so in reality, some people might look at that and say, wow, you are actually really declining. You went from 400 to 150% year-over-year growth, now down to 50%. Whereas I'm like, man, growth of any sort of kind in today's circumstances that are going on is actually pretty freaking good. And so a lot of people aren't necessarily looking at it like that. They're looking at it, well, they actually are looking at it like that. They're not looking at the positive, right? So they're looking at the negative. And so if you absolutely want to see the negative in what's going on right now in your business, in the market, in society, you can certainly do that as with anything, or you can take a look at the positive and say, man, we're still growing. We're still alive, right? For some businesses right now, success is just paying the bills and keeping the lights on and the doors open. Whereas over the last 3 years, businesses were literally able to survive and thrive by answering the phone, showing up and doing some subpar work, and they were able to stay in business because people were booked out. There wasn't enough supply for all the demand that was going on. Whereas this year, a continued growth of seeing new businesses get into the market in so many different industries, right? But the people are spending less money. And businesses are spending less, consumers are spending less, which again is going to create that excess, that breakdown where businesses are struggling. So if you are solely looking on, man, I got to grow year over year, I got to be, light years ahead of where I was 3 years ago, you can certainly try to do that. But I'm here to tell you, if that's the only measure, if that's the only scoreboard you're looking at it the wrong way. Over the next 12 to 18 months, a lot of these businesses that are in business right now, especially in the small to medium sector, are going to be going out of business. They're going to sell. They're going to sell when they might, roll up in private equity or roll up to another company in M&A, but they're going to sell for a lot less than what they believe they are worth because all these inflated numbers, all these things that are false, false truths and all of these other things. So if you can survive the next 12 to 18 months, you can survive the rest of 2023, I'm here to tell you there's going to be so much opportunity for you in your market, in your industry, because businesses aren't going away. It's not going to be the rate of what it has been over the last 3 years. And so if you're solely focused on comparing what you have going on right now to what has been going on in the past, I encourage you to stop doing that. I encourage you to think about the positive. I encourage you to think about what is coming ahead and how you can put yourself, your business, and your future in a place to be super successful and separate yourself from the competition. If you have any thoughts, ideas, any sort of feedback around this video or anything else, please be sure to leave a comment. Hit that subscribe button. Thank you so much for your support, and we'll see you next week.